Hey everybody, Silver Pirate here again. So it's time to make another video, and so what I thought that I would do today is go over some of the settings on my favorite metal detector, the Nokta Fors Relic. And as you can see, it's pretty much the same as the Force Core, with the addition of a deep mode and a swift mode. And also on the display it shows up in inches instead of centimeters. But other than that, they're basically the same machine, same frequency and everything. So I'm not really going to go over a review of it where we're going to, do an air test or show you, things that I found with it, or a video of me out there in the field using it, or stuff like that. What I'm going to do instead is I'm going to go over some of my favorite settings that I use on this, because if you're watching this video, you've either have one already and you've been using it and you want to try out some other settings, or you've just picked one up and you're kind of confused about the multitude of settings and adjustments that you can make on this. So again, these settings are for the Fors Relic. They may possibly be, well, they probably can be used on the Force Core as well. And but keep that in mind, that this is the Relic and not the Core. So anyway, with no further ado, I'm going to show you my favorite settings that I use. And of course, you will need to adjust it for your ground conditions, your mineralization, your style of hunting, and things like that. So this is just, this is by no means what you need to do. This is just how I use it, how I like it, and you'll have to adjust those settings to fit your different styles. So here we go. Okay, so for the Nokta Fors Relic, there are 6 search modes. You have General, DI2, which is a 2-tone, and despite what other people say on some other videos, it's not D12. it's DI2, which is a 2-tone, and then we have a DI3, 3-tone. Again, that's not D13, it's DI3, which is a 3-tone. Then you got COG. Okay, COG is conductive ground. Most used at places where you've got high mineralization, like at the beach. And then other search modes that are found on the Relic that I don't believe that are on the Core is DEP, which is deep, and then SWT, which is swift. Alright, so that gives you 6 modes: General, which is all metal; DI2, which is a 2-tone; DI3, which is 3-tone; COG, or conductive ground; deep; and swift. Alright, so there's a lot of settings in here. Now, common to all 6 of those search modes, there's a few that I set and I don't change on any of them. Alright, I usually put the volume at 20, the brightness at 20, frequency at 0.3, centimeter or inch, I'll choose inch. On the Core, on the Force Core, it only has centimeters, but on the Relic you're able to choose centimeters or inch on the depth indicator. And then language is English, and track I have set to 0. Okay, so getting started with the general mode, which is all metal. The settings that I like to use is I'll put the sensitivity around 85 and the threshold about 55. Again, you'll want to, when you get out there searching around, if it's real chattery, change your sensitivity. Change it up, change it down, whatever you need to do. But I generally start at about 85. All right, then we've got DI2, which is the two-tone search mode. On the sensitivity on that, I'll crank it up to 95. ID mask, I'll put it 5. Iron volume, I'll put it 0.2. Tone break, I'll set at 20. The iron mask or the eye mask, I'll set at 0.1. Okay, DI3, which is the three-tone search mode. Now sensitivity on that, I'm going to crank that all the way up to 99. D mask, I'll set at 5. Iron volume, again, I'll set at 2. Now tone break on this one, since it is a three-tone instead of the two-tone, on the two-tone we had it set to 20. On the three-tone, the DI3 mode, I'm going to crank it all the way up to 65. And then the eye mask, I'll put it at 1. Okay, so next we have the cog, or conductive ground. Sensitivity, I'm going to back down a little bit to 90. ID mask, I'll set around 20. Iron volume, again, is 2. Tone break, again, I have that set at 20. And then the eye mask, again, it'd be 1. All right, next we've got deep. DEP is what it'll show on the display, but deep. Sensitivity 90. ID mask, I'm going to drop that down to 5. Iron volume, again, like the others, will be 2. Tone break, like the others, be 20. And eye mask is 1. And then the swift mode, or SWT, as it'll show up on the screen. Sensitivity on that, I'm going to drop that down just a little bit to 85. ID mask 5. Iron volume is 2. Tone break is 20. And eye mask is 1. So I made this little chart of the VDI numbers that will pop up on your display for the Fors Relic. You may want to pause the video, write these down, or do a screenshot, take a picture, something like that. Okay, so there you go. Again, I want to say that these are not the definitive settings that you have to use. These are just the way that I use the machine, and the settings that I use personally based on the style of hunting that I do, what I'm looking for, the soil conditions at the various places that I'm hunting in, and all of that will change. It'll change with me based on different things. It'll change on you based on your soil conditions and the way that you hunt, the speed that you hunt, and what you're looking for. And so I hope you got something out of it. If so, please like the video, comment, hit the little bell so that you're notified of my other videos that I'll be putting out, and please subscribe. So anyway, happy hunting, and this is Silver Pirate, and we'll see you out there.